First things first, Tom is back, and we both agree that this video will be the best video we've done since our last video.
Yes. How's it going, everybody? Today is April 14th, 2023, Friday. This is a Russell and Tom show. I almost said the Tom and Russell show, but I know my place. So it's the Russell and Tom show. And every Friday we hang out with you all and we share, a little bit of knowledge, a lot of parts, mostly good news, as always. Today we're going to talk about the RZ34 Nismo clutch and flywheel kit, along with some suspension components.
Now, for you guys who like to do the lowering kits, coilovers, things like that, the suspension components are going to be what you are mostly concerned about because you want your alignment to be absolutely proper. None of that camber business, wearing out your tires and suspension. The Nismo suspension pieces are all adjustable, so throw these on, you can get proper alignment that you cannot get with your OEM components because they weren't made for that. Really cool thing, at time of recording, MSRP on the Nismo suspension pieces for the rear suspension across the board are $350.
Wow, what a coincidence.
Across the board, $350.
Wow.
$350. What do you think Nissan's favorite car is?
The Z.
Yeah, for sure. But you RZ34 guys, I know that everybody's been chomping at the bit, ready to put some wheels on, ready to slam that bad boy. I can't imagine that car being too much lower and driving it down the road. Can you?
It's already got a pretty low profile to it.
Oh man. But these pieces are really nice. Somewhere in my notes, Tom has got a bunch of scientific information.
I've got some notes here. Well, the thing is, they come with all these features, and it's, unless you deal with this stuff on a regular basis, it's all kind of gobbledygook, right?
Yeah.
Lightweight, 6061 aluminum construction.
Right.
Now, I looked that up. Aluminum 6061, back in the old days, they just used to call it aircraft grade aluminum. Mm-hmm. And then that puts a picture in your head that it's lightweight and it's really strong. And for whatever reason, they've gotten away from that, and now they just call it 6061 aluminum, which is actually a very common aluminum made for all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
These joints over here, Russell and I were having a good close look at them, and they just feel, it's weird. It's like a satin finish, but it's got a weird feel, and it's because they're Teflon coated. And I would imagine that's to prevent squeaks and such when you get some movement, right?
That makes sense.
And some of them do come with, you can see some manufacturing, what would you call that on there, a patina?
Yeah, it's not like a perfect show finish, we'll tell you that.
Right. I mean, they're nice.
Yeah.
But
they're gonna be under your car, remember that.
Yeah.
Getting all goobly gocked up.
Right. Let's see what else we got here. So it also says engineered in CAD with the aid of finite element analysis, which is a fancy word for using algebraic equations to figure out potential weak spots, and then they make adjustments to the design in CAD to make improvements and make it stronger.
Nice.
So there's a reason for all these shapes and contours being what they are. It's because they spent a lot of time figuring out and doing their best to eliminate any weak spots.
Yeah, so if you need camber link sets, tow arm set, traction arms, anything like that, let us know. You can head to our website. There'll be a link in the description for all this stuff. And we also have free ground shipping on all this right now.
Oh, that's cool. Take advantage of that.
Especially on the clutch because it's big and it's heavy.
It is heavy. Heavier than I expected. I mean, it's a lightweight flywheel, but once it's all together, it combines to be a fairly heavy piece.
Yeah, I think it weighs about 40 pounds is what the weight is. But Nismo released two different clutch kits for the RZ34. One is a street twin disc clutch, which is rated up to 800 horsepower and 750 foot-pounds of torque. Nismo says that you retain the OE pedal feel, which I think is really interesting, especially with a twin disc. That's awesome. And then the track edition, which is going to be up to 1,000 horsepower and 1,200 foot-pounds of torque, which is absolutely wild. The one we have here is the street version, because I don't know how many of our customers are going to be bumping their RZ34 up to 1,000 horsepower.
Right.
But if you are and you found us, let us know. We can help you out. And the flywheel on these is replaceable. So if you run this clutch, love it, need to get a new flywheel for whatever reason, you can get a new friction plate. So I know back in the day when motorsports used to, I think it was Brian Crower flywheels, they sold for the Z's, and I remember guys hitting me up wanting new friction plates for them, and we'd get them, and they were relatively cheap compared to buying a whole flywheel. Really cool to just unscrew that thing and put a new one on there and move on. Coupon code this week. We haven't done one of these in a while, so thank you for checking out the channel. This is our way of saying thanks. We usually do this every week, but we've been switching it up a little bit. This week, we're going to give the people a 15% off coupon, Tom.
Okay.
Now, this South Korean automotive company was in the United States and Canada from 1997 to 2002.
97 to 2002.
Yes.
So they're not around anymore.
No.
In the United States.
Technically, they are not around under the same name at all anymore.
Okay.
But I was really surprised
South Korean.
about, that they were only in the United States. They only lasted for 5 years before they bailed. Do you want 2 hints? I will tell you names of 2 vehicles. Or unless
I've got down to 2 marks.
Okay.
Right? It's either going to be Daewoo or Daihatsu.
Daewoo is the answer.
Yes.
Um,
And I can tell you a couple of models. There was the Lanos
yes.
and the Daewoo. Oh, dude. Give me the first letter.
N.
And it began with an N? Nubira.
Nubira.
Yes.
How many of y'all remember Daewoo when they were in the U.S.? I briefly worked at a dealership that sold Daewoo. It was a Chrysler, Jeep, Kia, Suzuki Daewoo dealership. And I'm going to tell you right now, those Daewoos,
Were they bad?
it was a pile. It was a pile, and they were cheap. Like, you get in the interior and you were like, what is this? Like, this is so bad. Did you know in 2002, General Motors bought out Daewoo?
Really?
And then, you remember when the Aveo came out?
Yeah.
That was them taking over a Daewoo model, which makes plenty of sense. So the 15% off code this week is going to be Daewoo.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got to type that in. Daewoo. If you don't know what Daewoo is, you didn't miss anything. But
look it up.
Yeah, look them up. Cheap, efficient cars, and that was sort of the name of the game right around then. That's when they started doing the Cash for Clunkers thing. Remember that?
Yeah.
They wanted
the names for the Laganza was like, okay.
Oh, Laganza. Yeah, that was the other one.
Laganza.
Yep, that was the nice car, wasn't it? That was their nicer.
That was their high end.
That's the one that had the grill that looked like was it the Jaguar?
It had like a weird grill. It was like weird. It had like a grill that was broken up into 3 pieces, if I'm remembering correctly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
But that's it. You RZ34 guys, let us know. We've got a lot of Nismo stuff here.
Pick this up. It's on the table. I might as well pick it up.
Yeah, the clutch is sitting in front of Tom over
scratching
here.
the table.
It is so heavy.
There we go.
So the thumbnail for the video, you guys already seen it because you found the video. I'm holding it, but if you look real close, you can see the tape on the sides of the gears because I lined it up with some tape because it hurt like crap to hold it.
Can you hold this for 5 seconds at full extension away from your body?
No, probably not. It's heavy. Thanks, guys. Hit subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends, do all that because it's a sweet coupon code.
Use that discount code, save 15%. Is there any exclusions?
If it says no coupons in the description, no coupons.
All right, cool.
So,
well, there you go. That's a lot to look at.
Not a whole lot to exclude. Yeah, but thank you guys.
See you next week. Thanks for joining.